Good morning, everybody. I'm in my nook. Welcome back to my little safe space, Substack or YouTube or whatever you're watching this on. It's Tuesday, and I got a job. I worked over the weekend, and I'm actually loving the coworkers. I love the atmosphere. It's a barista job. It's a vibe. It's like obviously hard work, and like it takes time out of the day, but there are way worse jobs out there, and I'm actually so grateful. And I just wanted to start off the little vlog with a positive note, even though the state of our country is actually deeply weighing on my mind. And I feel like I don't know if I want to make this a political video. First of all, it's like gone further than politics at this point. It's about human rights, and it's like we're living in a nightmare. We are living in like a fucking dystopic film. We are living in a story that we were told since like we were little, of other countries that were bad and fascist and whatever, and now we're living in that same kind of pipeline, and it's reaching very close, and dare I say it's already reached and past the point of labeling it what it is. So, yeah, it's scary, it's a lot, it's overwhelming, and nobody knows what's going on or how they can help. I'm fucking tweaking off of it. It's actually fucking terrifying. I'm trying to plan for my safety, and also, like, on top of that, I'm trying to be like, how the fuck can I make some sort of difference or use my voice in some sort of way? And that's just like, I feel like what everyone's going through right now, and it's hard to be authentic and genuine without addressing the fucking elephant in the room. And there are so many things I could talk on, but today I don't want to repeat the news. I think everyone knows what's going on. I'm scared. It's not okay, and my heart goes out to all of the families and all of the people being separated, and I'm sorry, but the terms and the labels and the words are very important right now. Because when we say illegal or immigrant or alien or whatever, those are just fucking words. Those are titles, those are labels. And we are outside of all of that. At the end of the day, they are all at the same fucking level as every single human being on this earth. We are all humans, and we all have like basic human rights. It does not matter if an administration wants to label you illegal. You know what we've been saying, like, you can't be illegal on stolen land. Also, not to be a little history buff, but the immigrants are from America. They were just kicked out years ago when America got colonized. Look it fucking up. And long story short, they wrote a document that said that you either, move into this region or you get the fuck out of here. I felt like I needed to talk about this more because I didn't want to say anything wrong, but it's called the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. Look that up. The treaty basically was saying, if you don't get out of America, you won't be able to go back to Mexico. So basically they made people choose. And if you stayed in America, which was Texas, you would get citizenship. But at the time, they didn't mention that people were literally like fighting. I think this is after the Mexican-American War. So just to put that in perspective, and also I think that the Spaniard thing was like way before this. And these are just the colonizers, the white people, whatever, from Europe who are doing these fucked up treaties. So yeah, I just want to add more context. The Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, and basically forced people to choose after the Mexican-American War. But after the Mexican-American War, there was a lot of fucked up treatment. So a lot of people chose to go back to Mexico, or to choose to reside in Mexico. It's not like going back there. Texas and Mexico were fucking connected. So it was not like, oh, you were in one spot, you're in whatever. And if you chose Mexico, then, you know, you're not an American citizen. So years fucking later, people are saying, hey, you're illegal. And it's like, oh, because of this fucking treaty that people signed when we were, like, obviously America's still racist, but when they were really in the trenches of fucking erasing culture and all of this. So we're gonna believe that fucking treaty of Mexico, whatever. It's called the annexation of Texas or Mexico. I'm sorry, I am 4 years out of high school, and I learned this in U.S. Latino literature, which is a class that no other fucking school taught except for my school, and it actually got taken out of the curriculum because people were mad that they were talking about actual fucking history. So here's that context, and here's why I know this shit. That class was very fucking informative and lit a fire under my ass about American history and all that bullshit. So there you go. This is editing Aubrey, and let's just get back to the video. A lot of people that we are calling immigrants are indigenous people, and I want to hold your hand when I say that. Like, actually, I don't want to fucking hold your hand, but I need you to pay attention. The Mayas and the Incas and the Aztecs and like Cherokee and all of that, obviously wide range of people. But those are indigenous people, right? Anyone in a fucking high school could tell you that. And we are now trying to take the indigenous label away from people descended from this very land. It makes no fucking sense. You're actually idiots. People are so hung up over, oh, don't come here illegally, like they fucking spun the wheel and chose a random ass thing to be angry about when there are so many goddamn things going on in this country, and you're worried about immigrants when we literally have the Statue of Liberty symbolizing somebody lighting the way to come to America for the immigrants. It was for the fucking immigrants, and obviously there was some fucked up processes going on with that, you know, Ellis Island, I think, and the Statue of Liberty and all of that, and there was, you know, people were fucking not ethically treated, but at the same time, the whole statue, Lady Liberty, is a symbol welcoming immigrants. Oh, but you have to come in here the right way. The right way, bitch? There's not even a right way to get fucking healthcare for citizens here. Everything is complicated, even if you are here the right way. I'm sorry, it takes lifetimes sometimes to actually get documents in. It takes years and years and years for shit to go through. Also, who fucking said America was a white country? Why are you trying to like whitewash this bull? I'm sorry. There's so much to be said, and I'm getting really angry, and I could fucking rant for days about this because there are so many fallacies going on with all of the shit that they're saying. And the worst part is that people know that. We see the holes in their stories, and it feels as if there is nothing we can do, even if we do see the holes in their stories, even if we do see the fallacies in their argument. And I saw this fucking video the other day of some guy interviewing these Trump supporters, and he asked, he was saying Jesus was an immigrant and saying that Jesus fled because of violence, and how immigrants flee because of violence and come to America, and if Jesus were an immigrant, would they accept him? And this bitch really had the audacity. She had the audacity to say, yeah, if he came in the right way. Yeah, if he did it legally. The funniest goddamn part, because none of this is funny, but the only funny part is that the Trump supporters are so bogged down in religion. None of their shit makes any fucking sense, because their religion is like not even backing up their statements anymore. Like their whole shit like disproves what they believe in, and they only pick and choose. Like loving your neighbor. Oh, but not if they're an illegal immigrant. Everyone has, a chance to go to heaven. Oh, except for fucking gay people. What else? There are so many fucking things that I could talk about that. I used to be Christian, religious, and sadly, I think it was kind of I left the church right before Trump even like got on people's minds. Thank God. This was before he started running for president the first time. But sadly, it was the group of people that kind of steered in that direction. But I wasn't in the church when it became a political thing, thank God. But I grew up reading the Bible. I grew up studying the scripture, all of that. And everything these people are saying, it disproves everything they believe in, and then the book that they worship and all of that, and it makes zero fucking sense. And I don't know, I'm not here to regurgitate shit that you already know, but coming from somebody who grew up Christian and religious, none of these people are actually Christian. None of these people are actually God-loving people. If they were, they would have love for everybody, and they would not pick and choose based on their own internal hatred towards people, and they would not project that onto God, being God doesn't want these people to go in heaven when it's just you. It's just fucking you, bitch. Are you God? You don't get to decide that. But yeah, I'm going around in circles on this. This video was actually not meant to go down this route, but I feel like I said in the beginning of this video, it's hard to be genuine and use my voice and not talk about what's going on right now, because it's scary. And not only is it scary, it's disgusting. It's more disgusting. It's more embarrassing. And I guess it makes me feel like my words mean literally nothing. Everyone is trying to speak up. Everyone is trying to use their voice now. Like, the protests, like, all of it. Like, celebrities, like, people are trying to fucking say shit and nothing is happening. And I don't know. I don't know what to do. But we're all kind of in this together. That's the only thing I know. I want to do kind of like a cleanse with my sage and my singing bowl, just to send protection out to you and the people being harmed by this fascist regime. And I just want everyone to remember that this is our land. These are the people of our land, and they have every fucking right to live their lives in America and wherever they fucking please. And we're connected to the earth. And I actually am part Cherokee, and a lot of my ways of thinking and spirituality comes from a very indigenous lens, and it's all about, it's very nature-based. It's very, I am connected to the soil, to the dirt, to the trees, to the oxygen trees give me, to the spirit of, the sun, the warmth, the stars, to the cycles, to the seasons, and we are all like connected. And when I burn sage, it means to me connecting back to the earth by like bringing forth its essence, and having like a physical like and spiritual kind of reminder of this plant that is sacred, and it cleanses the air. Also, smoke is very symbolic to going up to the heavens, going up to the spiritual realm, and kind of as a prayer or whatever you kind of want it to be. But for me, it's a prayer, it's a poem, it's a love letter, it's a beacon, and it cleanses my space, it protects my space. And if you want to accept that energy, then by all means, this is for you. I also have my singing bowl, and it is another form of cleansing and protecting the energies. Whenever I'm feeling off in my room or feeling unsafe, I hit my singing bowl, and the sound kind of carries throughout the space, very similarly to the smoke. And sorry, there's a fuzz. They're both forms of cleansing and are very ancient and primal and raw, and connect us back to our ancestors. And we cannot, we will never be taken away from the truth and our ancestors and what our ancestors lived and their stories, no matter how many times people will try to tell you the wrong history. Side note, most of the history that you are taught in school is only half of the story, if not, less. And the websites you look up are very fucking biased, and a lot of history has been erased. So if you think you're educated on history, you might be, but there's a lot of stuff that only our ancestors know. And that's why it's good to connect back to your lineage, to your people, and, going back to how they are trying to kick out immigrants or aliens, when their story, their ancestral story, they come from this land. Most of them, some of them, I don't, who knows, but they originated from this land just like the Native Americans did. I don't know why people like to, there's obviously a distinction, but they are very connected. And I think people sever, immigrants from the natives. And it's like, they're the two, like, those words are so opposite, native and immigrant. And it's very fucking confusing, and they will try to trick you, but there are immigrants that are natives, and when you call them an immigrant, it does not take away their ancestral right to the land. And that's why words are so important, and, talking about the truth and, uncovering and really just saying what you know, which is what I'm doing. It's not obviously, up like sophisticated or anything, but this is my truth that I know, and if it helps and if it reaches people, then that's really all I can do. So I'm going to do a quick cleansing and sage with my singing bowl in my shell, and then I'm going to end this video, and I'm praying for everyone with these tools and practices, and just take care of yourself. That's all I can say. Take care of yourself. Don't forget to eat. Don't forget to drink water. Don't forget to stretch. Don't forget to laugh. Don't forget to cry. Don't forget to hold yourself. Don't forget to slow down, to rest, to nap, to journal, to be in silence. That is an important one. Don't forget to just spend time silently with yourself. And, that's all we can really do right now. Plus using our voices and our platforms and our art and our skills and our style and our hobbies and whatever it is to be open and genuine and inspiring, and to use it in some sort of way. So see the smoke rising up, and envision a request or a prayer or an energy or a hope or a goal. And see it as filling up all of the space around you and around me. It smells very earthy. You can kind of hear it. cleansing and protecting your space, grounding you back to our ancestors, whoever they are. At least one of your ancestors, way back in the day, was divinely connected to this earth and this planet. Go back generations and think about it. When we used to make our own medicine, when we used to make our own food and from our own gardens, and use sage and burn fires and have, I don't, whatever it is, midsummers or dances or rituals, whatever it may be. And go back to that connection to the earth. And it smells really good. And I want to kind of lighten the load from this heavy conversation. Not in an escapist way, but in protecting our own souls and our own inner child and our own divinity, and knowing that we are doing what we can, and we are waking up every day, and we're living, and that's all we can do.